My name is Senior Master Sergeant Heather Seaborn, and I am in the Air Force. I guess it was in my early 20s because I joined when I was 21, and I never thought about it until I had to think about further education and how I was going to pay for it. And I was kind of lazy and look into the scholarships, and so found myself kind of wanting to get out and be an adult and do something different, and that just seemed like the way to do it. I originally went to the Navy, recruiter, and he ended up being a little bit distasteful. And back in those days, there was a lot of issues with equal opportunity.
Right.
And so when he turned me off to the Navy, there was an Air Force recruiting office right next door, so that's where I went. If you're looking for a means to start your education, obviously you would go in and as enlisted, but if you have the opportunity to apply for the Air Force Academy, my stepson is actually there now, and it loves it. It's a free education. You owe them 8 years after you do your 4 years of college. I think that's minimal time considering the kind of education that you get.
Right.
I mean, that's up there with the Ivy League schools. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one thing that you want to do is, the one thing I wish that somebody had told me was that don't ever walk in not knowing anything. Have some semblance of an idea of at least what kind of a job you're going to want to do for the next 3 to 4 years, because I didn't, and I was just ready to kind of get out of Dodge, and I went in what they called open general, and that's how I got stuck being a carpenter. And I never in a million years would have chosen that as a career. It was rewarding and fun, in retrospect, but at least having an idea of how you want to get started, because you always do have the opportunity of changing what kind of job you have in the future if you so choose. For as much as people look at it as, I guess, an inconvenience now, there's a lot of really neat perks to the military. I guess the biggest thing that I appreciate now that I never would have when I was young is like the health insurance and all of the extra perks that you get, being in the military. It is by far the best healthcare system that I've seen out of anybody that I've spoken to in the private sector. And again, you don't appreciate that until you're older and you have
Right.
children and things like that. I've met the best people I've ever met in life in the military. Like my friends that are still my friends that I've known from 10 years ago are from the military, and I can't say that about the individuals that I went to high school with. So it's a different kind of camaraderie that, for whatever reason, keeps everybody in contact with each other and close, and I think that's something that's unique and special about it.